Welcome back to another video. We are trying out a team here in the Open Ultra League. It's going to be featuring the Tapu Fini with the Giratina and the Skeledirge in the back. So kind of a double ABB against grass types with the format of the team. This Tapu Fini here versus this Poliwrath is a favorable matchup for us. They are staying in, which is interesting. We're going to fire off a Surf Bait here. We do grab a shield, which is great for us. They are still doing a significant amount of damage, surprisingly. Another Skull does get revealed right there. They switch out into their Tentacruel and snipe all that energy from us. So a nice play by them. We are going to have to come in with our Giratina right now. So it looks like they are running the Acid Spray and Scald Tentacruel. So we are going to be able to win this matchup easily. We're going to go for a bunch of Dragon Claws at this point because we either want this Tentacruel out of here or try to pressure a shield. They go for another Acid Spray, which is not going to do much against this Giratina. But okay, we do get a shield out of that situation. They switch out into their Skeledirge after their switch clock is over. So we are going to be able to get into our Skeledirge here, survive the crunch, and avoid the debuff. We're going to fire off this Disarming Voice. It does a ton of damage, but doesn't quite KO, so we're going to have to go for the back-to-back to get this out of the way. We don't really want to take another crunch for the potential debuff. This Poliwrath here has a ton of energy. We have to make a decision. Is this going to be the bait or the Skull? It ends up being the bait. Our opponent does end up having a move. Oh, they go for the Skull in that case, and they are able to take out our Skeledirge with a ton of energy. So another Dragon Claw does go through. We are able to get the farm down, and it looks like, unfortunately, this Poliwrath is still very healthy. This Poliwrath is going to be able to get to a move here right before we get to ours. So well played by them. The Poliwrath and the Tentacruel was really good for them. Able to snipe our energy twice, and we were just a little bit out of sorts. So here we go. We got the Tapu Fini versus the Poliwrath. This is kind of the similar situation, but it's not Shadow. However, they are staying in, and they're going to throw a move. Ends up being the Icy Wind. Icy Wind here doesn't deal that much, so we let it go, obviously. We're going to go for a Surf right here. They decided to let it go. Okay, so this opponent here this time doesn't shield, and at this point, we're okay with that because we are going to be able to grab a shield right here. So that's good news for us. So we did get the shield anyways. It just took a while. We're going to have to shield right here to pressure them. This is going to get the shield, or it's potentially going to get the KO. Let's see. Okay, it does end up getting the second shield. We're going to switch out into the Skeledirge immediately. And then our opponent here has a decision. They're going to go for the Icy Wind bait, and that is not going to come close to KOing our Skeledirge. Go for the Disarming Voice to take them out, and then we see that they have the Talonflame in the back. We are debuffed, so we're going to throw this Shadow Ball here. It is the neutral damage. We needed to get to 2 moves anyways, so we decided to go for that extra farm. And then our opponent here, using this Talonflame to charge up, they go for the Flame Charge again, but our Giratina is able to resist it. We're going to go for this Dragon Claw right here. Hopefully it's enough. Yes, it is enough to take it out, and now we are going to have a favorable situation against that Parisian. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game basically with that Skeledirge. The Skeledirge was a huge problem for them in the back with that Parisian lurking right there. And once we got the Poliwrath relatively low, it was a pretty good situation for us. All right, here we go. What's the next game here? Oh, the core of the Tapu Fini could be looked at with the Skeledirge. You get the Skeledirge, Tapu Fini, kind of helping each other's weaknesses, or if you want to use the Giratina as your safe switch, that's also an option. So it's kind of a very flexible team here. They have a Muck. Muck here is very interesting. We decided to switch on to the Skeledirge to see what they have. They decided to go into their Guzzlord. Not necessarily the best counter to the Skeledirge, but it is going to be able to apply a lot of pressure with their fast moves. We are going to shield here. We needed to shield once anyways to get to double Disarming Voices. They decided to let it go because they realized that we are double. And at this point, we did flip the switch, but what do we have to deal with this Muck? Oh, this is huge. We are able to get to another Disarming Voice, and this finally gets the shield from this Muck, and our opponent here realizes that this muck here is very valuable for them. We're going to go into our Tapu Fini right here. We are trying to get this out of the way as soon as possible. They are running the acid spray though, so these are going to be adding up. We're going to overfarm a little bit and then go for the surf. Hopefully it takes it out. Okay, now we get the problem out of the way, and now we have the Mirror Giratina. Mirror Giratina here is just going to come down to how much health is left on the opposing Giratina. Oh no! Looks like our opponent lagged out. It would have been a close situation. They did have a slight energy advantage. However, we potentially could have gotten to a move with our Tapu Fini eventually. So it would have been close. We did still have another Pokemon, but let us know if you thought that we were going to be able to win that game or not. But nonetheless, unfortunately, they did lag out. So on to the next game. Let's see who we find. We got the Tapu Fini versus the Skarmory. Okay, interesting. Ultra League Skarmory. Props to them. They switch out into the Hand Growth. Okay, so at least we get one of our counters onto their grass types. This Giratina is going to have a great time against this Tangela. We resist their fast moves. The Rock Slide is only neutral, and it looks like they have to get to at least 3 Rock Slides. But you can see right here, we've already gotten this Tangrowth into the low red. All we have to do here is let this go and go for the farm down. So that's fantastic for us. They come back in here with the Skarmory. Skarmory and Tangrowth. That's an interesting combination so far. What do we think is in the back at this point? It has to be some kind of water type? Or, oh wow, ends up being the Victory Bell. Victory Bell has no chance against their Skeledirge, so they were double grass type in the back, and they had no concern for Skeledirge. The Skeledirge was really good against their entire team. Alright, we got the Pidgeot versus our Tapu Fini here. This is kind of a neutral matchup. Are they going to go for the Braper or they go for the bait? We let the first one go, ends up being the Feather Dance, so we did call the right bait. We're going to go for the Nature's Madness right here to deep out them more importantly, but to do a good amount of damage. And right here, they are at a potential Braper. There goes the Braper. We're going to go to the Skeledirge right here. Get 2 Incinerates. So they allow us to get to two Incinerates, which is fantastic. We're going to throw this Shadow Ball here after some Incinerates. It does go through, but they are able to survive it. Our opponent here is going to be able to spam a bunch of serves though. Our opponent here does end up getting to another serve. We let this one go so that we can get to our Disarming Voice. This does take out the Jellicent, and now we see that they have the Annihilate. So we're going to fire off this Disarming Voice. It's going to get the shield. They only have 1 Pokemon left, and then we're going to switch out into the Giratina. Giratina being able to do some decent fast move damage. Can tank a Shadow Ball, luckily. And you can see right there, they have no choice but to go to another move. But we are building up a ton of energy, and we have a shield. So this right here, this Night Slash, if we didn't have a shield, probably would have taken us out. But since we have a ton of energy, we are able to take him out with the Shadow Sneak. So GG's to our opponent. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know of the video.